The monsoon session of Parliament is nearing its end, and the entire session has been an almost washout, barring the discussion on Operation Sindoor, with the government and the opposition at a stalemate over a discussion on the special intensive revision of the electoral rolls in Bihar.
And I don't understand why members of parliament, elected representatives of the people of this country, have to be stopped by the police when all they wanted to do is meet the election commission. And how many deletions have been there, and how many additions of new voters has been there. And when the entire democratic process is in question, I think we have to discuss that in Parliament, and the government has to listen to it. The ADMK going with the BJP is a very positive election thing for the DMK, because any party which goes with the BJP cannot win an election. I mean, you just can't come out with some wild allegation and say that resign. Give us proof. Just because, I mean, any issue which is raised, they go back to, Jawaharlal Nehru and Mrs. Gandhi, and I think they just go back and rewrite history and find something. You are here now. You've been here for more than a decade.
Hello and welcome to The Wire. I'm Sravasti Dasgupta. The monsoon session of Parliament is nearing its end, and the entire session has been an almost washout, barring the discussion on Operation Sindoor, with the government and the opposition at a stalemate over a discussion on the special intensive revision of the electoral rolls in Bihar. Now, while the opposition has demanded a discussion inside Parliament and continued to protest both inside and outside Parliament, the government has said that the Election Commission is an independent constitutional body and cannot be discussed in Parliament. Now, last week, we saw unprecedented scenes in the national capital when about 300 MPs from opposition parties marched to the Election Commission, but they were stopped, barricades were placed in front of them, and subsequently MPs were also detained. So will this stalemate continue in Parliament? What is the way forward? And what about the poll-bound states, not just Bihar, but also other states like Tamil Nadu that go to the polls next year? To discuss all this and more, I'm being joined by DMK's parliamentary party leader and Lok Sabha MP Kanimozhi Karunanidhi. Thank you so much for joining us on The Wire. To begin with, the monsoon session is due to end this week, and it has been more or less a washout, barring the discussion on Operation Sindoor. The opposition has been protesting, demanding a discussion on the SIR, and the government, on the other hand, has pushed through crucial bills, including two bills on sports governance as well as the two income tax bills. How do you see this? And do you think the opposition needs to recalibrate as crucial bills are being passed without debate and discussion?
This government has never believed in debate or discussion. And I think only during the BJP government that hardly any bills have been sent to the select committee or the standing committee for reviewing the bill. When there are issues with the bill and the opposition requests that the bill should be sent to a select committee for further considerations. They've never heeded to it, and the amendments proposed have never been considered again. So they only believe in pushing through the bills, even after a debate and a lot of objections have been raised. So that is the way they've been functioning, and they've never had any regard. They've always disregarded the parliament, because we've seen uh, the sittings of the parliament, even which the government has announced, have been very, very, very minimal compared to the previous governments after independence. So this is how the government actually looks at the opposition, and the way they pass the bills is whatever bills they want to pass it as they are, without further consideration. So this is how this government, the BJP government, looks at Parliament, and this is a very important thing which we have to discuss in Parliament, because I don't know whether this government actually had the mandate of the people to be passing these bills. It is just not SIR. There are so many concerns which are around this SIR discussion, which has to be addressed in Parliament. I want to know whether actually the people elected this government or not. So I think this has to be brought to the floor of the House. It has to be discussed. The opposition views have to be, and the concerns have to be heard. And if we, I mean, this is just not us. It is the leaders of the BJP when they were in the opposition who said that disrupting parliament when they are not heard is a democratic process. It is a parliamentary process which is acceptable. So today, when the government is not prepared to listen to us, we've asked for. I don't understand that what can stop anything being discussed in Parliament, and especially we are members of the who've been elected by elected representatives of the people of this country, and if we cannot discuss the electoral process, I don't understand who else has the authority to do that.
So I just want to interject here that the Supreme Court on Thursday has asked the Election Commission to publish on its website the list of 65 names in the draft electoral roll in Bihar who have been left out, along with the reasons for deletion, as well as to include Aadhaar to the list of documents accepted for the exercise. So, with this development, will the opposition then tone down its protests in Parliament now and participate in legislative business in the remaining 1 week that is there?
See, I am not very sure about, but we still will have a, party leaders meeting, and then a decision will be made about that. But I think this does not solve the issue that this has to be SIR has to be debated in Parliament. We've seen what has happened in Maharashtra elections. We've seen what happened in Delhi elections. We've seen what happened in Haryana elections. So we just cannot let all that pass. There was the LOP had a press conference where he clearly has said what has happened and how many deletions have been there and how many additions of new voters has been there. And when the entire democratic process is in question, I think we have to discuss that in Parliament, and the government has to listen to us.
So I understand that you've been demanding a discussion on the SIR, but in response to this demand, excuse me, the government says that the EC is an independent constitutional body and cannot be discussed in Parliament. How do you respond to that?
I really want to know whether if the EC is still an independent body. If it is an independent body, I don't think we have any problems with that. We want to know whether it's still an independent body and the election is free and fair. That is the whole need for this discussion.
We saw that on Monday, over 300 MPs, including you, took out a march on Monday, and you were stopped by the Delhi police in an unprecedented manner, which was not seen before. Barricades were placed before MPs, and then MPs were subsequently detained. How do you see the events that unfolded?
We had requested the election commission to for an appointment to meet them and have a discussion, and also we've written down the concerns which the opposition has, and we wanted to submit it to them and have a discussion with them. And the elected members of parliament from the opposition party wanted to meet the election commission, and we had already placed a request. And since we did not get any favorable reply, we marched towards the election commission to meet the election commission. And I don't understand why members of parliament, elected representatives of the people of this country, have to be stopped by the police when all they wanted to do is meet the election commission.
So
So
the election commission.
this is where the questions are becoming stronger and the concerns and the suspicions are becoming stronger that what stops the election commission from meeting opposition leaders?
So the election commission said that it was ready to meet 30 MPs, and there was not enough space for so many MPs. So perhaps couldn't a decision be taken among the India bloc leaders to send 30 MPs to put forth your demands that you have been raising, and these demands that could have been raised directly with the election commission through a delegation of perhaps 30 MPs?
I think delegations of 5 MPs, delegations of whatever numbers they've allowed us, we've all met them earlier, and we've not got any answers. So we just wanted to ensure that everybody's voice is heard and everybody is there to say that it is a very, very, very important and strong concern. Because we are not, the MPs are not allowed to debate in Parliament. So at least let us meet the Election Commission and express our concerns there. Why should we be stopped? It's not that MPs from our parties have not met them according to whatever they've rules they've laid out in front of us. We have met, but nothing has been addressed.
The BJP has accused the Congress and other India bloc parties of undermining the election commission through these protests. The election commission, for instance, has been asking leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, to come on record after his press conference last week, in which he alleged that over 1 lakh votes were stolen in Karnataka's Mahadevpura. Do you believe, as he is saying, that there is a collusion between the BJP and the election commission?
Yes, we have strong suspicions about that. Otherwise, whatever the election commission is doing today seems to be going in favor of the BJP. So obviously there are concerns, and we all know that there is a stipulated period where these concerns can be raised, and in spite of that, the election commission, when they wanted digital data, and where we all know that digital data is available, you choose to give paper which fits an entire lorry, and it takes so much time and so many people to go through this and then come out with solid proof about what has happened. So what are you trying to do here? You're trying to delay it as much as possible and make it impossible for the opposition to raise its concerns, within the framework within which it can raise it. And what is the need to delete or the videos where you have cameras in the polling booths? What is the need to delete it within a year? So all these are real concerns, and it looks like the election commission is working towards and ensuring that a particular party, the ruling BJP, wins in these elections.
So, in response to all of this, the BJP is now saying that after losing elections, Congress and its partners are questioning the election commission. And now, just a couple of days back, we saw BJP MP Anurag Singh Thakur going as far back as Jawaharlal Nehru, Indira Gandhi, and Rajiv Gandhi. Now, you have said in your speech in Parliament during Operation Sindoor that the BJP government seems to be obsessed with Nehru more than the Congress themselves. But what Anurag Thakur has spoken about is that voter lists were manipulated in Raebareli, Wayanad, Kannauj, Diamond Harbour, and demanded the resignation of Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, Akhilesh Yadav, and Abhishek Banerjee, who are from these constituencies. How do you respond to this?
I don't think it really deserves a response because you just can't come out with some wild allegation and say that resign. Give us proof. We are giving proof. We are saying that there is proof, and from whatever data you have given us, there is proof. just because I mean any issue which is raised, they go back to Jawaharlal Nehru and Mrs. Gandhi, and I think they just go back and rewrite history and find something. You are here now. You've been here for more than a decade. Why can't you, answer questions and try to, even if you think that there was something wrong? I'm not saying there is, but even if you think that there was something wrong, why can't you make an effort to make it right? Why do you have to go back and keep blaming? You've had enough time. But you're not looking at making this country a better place, making it in a country, where everybody has rights and it's a more inclusive society. You are only concerned about, I mean, sadly, even Mr. Anurag Thakur has to be blamed. And you are only concentrating on divisive politics.
So the opposition parties that are members of the India Alliance have also alleged that the SIR is being directed towards poll-bound states, starting with Bihar, then West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, which is also going to the elections next year. We know that a nationwide exercise is going to be conducted. Do you share this view that this exercise is being directed first towards poll-bound states, given that
Def-
Tamil Nadu is also going to the polls next year?
yes, I don't think they're doing anything, for to making the election process more fair and free, but it is only targeted at poll-bound states, and we are concerned about it. We want to ensure that they do not use this opportunity to win seats and to win elections. So this is a concern we have. And
So
if you take, for example, Bihar, I don't think they are actually, the process looks like they want to, delete actually votes of people who are no longer there, and make it, update the electoral list. It looks like they want to include names which are not there. They want to, how do you, and exclude names which they are very sure will not be voting for them.
you're saying that the SIR exercise appears to engineer a BJP victory in Bihar.
Yes, they have done it before with the support of the Electoral Election Commission in other states. And now they're using there's another project to win the Bihar elections.
In this regard, I also want to ask you that the BJP has been trying to make inroads into Tamil Nadu for many years now. And right now, a deal has been struck between the AIADMK and the BJP for the 2026 assembly elections. Is that a cause of concern for you?
No, actually, it is not a cause of concern because the ADMK going with the BJP is a very positive election thing for the DMK, because any party which goes with the BJP cannot win an election in the state of Tamil Nadu. And already, I think ADMK is sadly very weak, and going with the BJP makes it even more difficult for them. But our concern is the BJP should not try to win seats. If they make inroads as a political party, and like any other political party, we know how to meet them in the on ideological levels, and convince our people and make them understand what the BJP stands for. But if they're going to use the election commission to do that, that is a concern of a completely different level, which has to be taken up in different.
So, in the run up to the elections, we have seen that in recent days, the BJP has been giving a lot of importance to Tamil culture and history, whether it was the Sengal that was installed in the new parliament, or claims that the Cholas had been forgotten by parties in Tamil Nadu and have only been given importance by Prime Minister Modi in his recent visit to the Cholapuram temple. At the same time, we have seen that the ASI has asked an archaeologist to rewrite his report on the ancient civilization in Tamil Nadu's Kiladi. How do you see this cultural outreach and this dichotomy that is coming out of it?
First, most important thing is I'd like to ask if the BJP government is really concerned about Tamil or any other regional language, what are they doing to promote that regional language? Why are you forcing us to learn Hindi? And why are you forcing all the regional languages to take a certain place? If you're really concerned about the culture of India, the culture of Tamil Nadu, I think our pride comes from our language also. Why are you pushing our language to certain the third place? What concern do you have after doing that? And for BJP, it is election part of their election strategy to suddenly discover Tamil culture, suddenly celebrate it. How much do you spend per year on Sanskrit? It is only compared to that, it's a minuscule amount you're spending on Tamil or any other regional language. Which is Tamil is also a classical language. You don't need the prime minister to say it's a classical language. Tamil is a classical language and a living language. That is the greatness of Tamil. What are you doing for the language of Tamil? And what have you done for KAD? Why are Amarnath Ramakrishna, the archaeologist there, was sent to go and was transferred just because he was talking a lot and he was discovering a lot of things in Tibet and talking about the greatness of the civilization which existed there. And today you are questioning that report. You don't want to, and then finally you gave up. You wanted to close the fight. It is the Tamil Nadu government which continued excavating. And today, scientifically, we've established the richness of that culture. And today, you want the report read. And we've not forgotten the Cholas. We are very proud of the Cholas. It is you who suddenly discovered the Cholas. The Cholas have been there long before all of us. I never heard any BJP leader talk about the Cholas or the Pandyas. And taking one Sengol, it is not a Chola Sengol from the Chola people, the Pandyas. It's a Sengol which was made after independence. And what is a Sengol doing in the temple of democracy?
So, do you think this cultural outreach will work at all, given that hard efforts are being made?
Some people are not so blind to what the BJP is trying to do. We understand. We understand that you don't care about our culture, you don't care about our language. You try to suppress us. You try to suppress the greatness of our culture. And before every election, if you suddenly discover the Pandyas or the Cholas or Rajendra Chola, it's not that the Tamil people are going to get fooled by that.
Finally, I want to ask you, ma'am, just about a week left for Parliament to get over, and the Bihar SIR stalemate has continued. In the final week, what will we see from the opposition in terms of your demands from the government, and what do you want the government to do in this regard?
We just want the government to have a discussion, a debate about SIR. That is our only demand.
And if the debate, if they don't agree to the debate, are we going to see the stalemate continue?
It's probably, as I've told you, that we will have a discussion about what we plan to do and all party leaders meeting, the opposition party leaders meeting, and then of course we will get a more clear picture. But I think our demand continues. We've not had, no, the government has not agreed to it.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much for speaking to us on the wire, and we'll be keeping a close eye on all these developments inside and outside Parliament. Thank you so much to Ms. Karunanidhi for joining us.